Hello, it's Cindy Lyon with Greetings and Memories. I don't know how many of you have looked at the Stampin' Up! January to June mini catalog yet, but if you have and you looked at the Fine Art Floral suite of products, you may have noticed something new in there, which is the Gilded Leafing. And you may be a little confused about exactly how that product works. So I thought I'd take a few minutes to make a quick video and show you how it works. So let's take a look here. This jar is actually about half full, because what you'll want to do with that, the product expands when you open the jar, the air gets to it. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to put that into a larger, deeper container for application to your card or paper project. So that is what that is. And then there's a couple of different ways that you can apply it. And the quickest, easiest way to do that is with a double-sided adhesive, like our tear and tape. So let me show you that first. And I've got all my pieces stamped and cut and embossed here ahead of time. So we're going to just focus on the leafing here. But this paper is one of the Fine Art Floral Designer Series papers. And I did emboss that with the embossing folder that comes in that suite, which is called Painted Texture. But we're going to just take a piece of this tearing tape, and basically I'm going to do that like in place of a ribbon, kind of use it that same way. So I'm just going to tear off a piece here that will reach across my paper layer. Press that down. And then I'm going to cut off the little bits that are sticking past the edge. And peel off that protective layer to expose the adhesive. Now I will caution you with the Gilded Leafing flakes. They are so lightweight that it doesn't take much of an air current to blow them around. So you want to make sure you don't exhale forcefully towards this container. You don't want to have your ceiling fan running. I happen to have my desk just maybe a couple of feet from the door there. You don't want someone to open the door when you're using it, because it will kind of float into the air. So let me get the top off my container here if I can. It's kind of stuck. There we go. Yep, and you see some of those pieces kind of floating in the air. But okay, so now I've got my strip of tear and tape on there. I removed the protective layer to expose the adhesive, and I'm just going to dunk that in there and let those flakes stick. And now what I like to do is I like to use a brush, any soft paintbrush that you have in your stash. I know some people have mentioned that they use our little sponge daubers, but I like to use the brush and then just start brushing away the flakes that aren't stuck to the adhesive. And kind of burnish it into the adhesive at the same time. And see how that just gives it a nice stripe of the gold leafing across there. And you can also do that with glue dots as opposed to the tear and tape. I've done that too. I guess I was going to show you one, but I guess I put it out of reach. And I'm going to put the lid back on here for a minute. And then I'm going to show you the other method for applying the Gilded Leafing. In that Fine Art Floral product suite, if you look at that page in the catalog, flip open here and show you. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. One of the products that's shown on that page is the heat and stick powder, and that is another way that we can apply the gilded leafing. So let me show you that. That also requires that you have Versamark ink pad. And we'll get our block and our stamp here. And in that stamp set, you have the background stamp, and then you have the layer stamp. So I'm going to take that layer stamp and apply some Versamark ink to that. And then I'm going to stamp that on my previously stamped image. Okay, found my tweezers. We'll go ahead and try that again. I'm going to hold that. I've already stamped the Versamark on there. And now I'm going to apply the heat and stick powder, sprinkle that on. And that will stick where I already have the Versamark. You can see the powder on there. And now we'll set this aside and grab the heat tool to go ahead and melt that Versamark. Now we're just going to heat it until it gets shiny there. It loses, so it's, you can see where it's turning from white and getting melted. Okay, so that's all melted. I'll bring my Gilded Leafing flakes back in here. I'm still going to use my tweezers to hold that there and dunk it in the leafing. And then brush away the excess again, just like we did when using the tear and tape. And use the brush to kind of burnish it into the adhesive. Okay. Cover that and get it out of the way again. So yeah, those are two ways that you can apply the Gilded Leafing. If you're purchasing the entire suite of Fine Art Floral products with that heat and stick powder, you are going to also need the Versamark ink pad and a heat tool. But if you want to make it really easy, you can use any double-sided adhesive and apply your Gilded Leafing powder to that. So give me a second here. I'll put this card together and then show you the finished product. And there is your finished card featuring the new Gilded Leafing. I hope you found those application tips helpful. You're welcome to message me if you have any questions. If you're interested in checking out this product suite, you can see the Fine Art Floral suite and the Gilded Leafing at cindylyon.stampinup.net. Thank you for joining me.